Hey everyone, welcome to Dude Let's Draw. Today, we will be taking a look at Ibis Paint X, a free digital drawing program that you can use on your phone, iPad, tablet, and PC. For this video, I'll be showing you the phone version. I'll show you how to download the program, how to start it, show some of the different features, and different ways to just get drawing right away on your phone. Let's do it! Let's draw! Downloading Ibis Paint X. First, let's download the free version of Ibis Paint. If you are on Android, you can go to the Google Store. Or if you're on Apple, you can use the Apple Store. But it's super easy. Just go to the search, type in Ibis Paint X. That's the free version. And click install. Boop. As you can see at the bottom, there's Ibis Paint, the professional version, which is $9.99, which isn't bad. But the download for Ibis Paint X will finish quickly, and click open. It's free, baby! Read the instructions, confirm your age, and I do recommend that you read the privacy settings if you do so choose. There is the introductory options. Talks about the most functional, the GPU, ruler functionality, other hacks. Just click done. Let's just get acquainted with the interface here. We have My Gallery, Collection, and Online Gallery. Now, My Gallery is where you get started to draw. My Collection shows artwork that was downloaded from the Online Gallery, or any saved images that you create. And the Online Gallery brings you back to the Ibis Paint website, where it shows you other illustrators, other people in the community making manga, sharing their art, giving tutorials, tips and tricks, contests, updates, and so much more. Honestly, worth your time going through this site, especially for the free tutorials. They're free. All right, here we are back in the gallery view. What we're going to do is click My Gallery. We're going to click the plus at the bottom left-hand side of the screen to choose our canvas sizes. And here you'll see a plethora of options. So the first one at the top is Import Picture, and it does what it says it's going to do. You can import a picture from your own files, from your camera, if you give it access to. So I took a whole bunch of pictures of Pokemon cards. That's an example. Next, you have Custom Canvas Size right here. You can use the plus or the minus button or drag the circle right and left. And you'll see on the left here, it'll show you the canvas expanding and contracting. You can also type in the size of the canvas that you'd like as well. And then when you click OK, it'll go with that option. Next is Speed Quality. Speed Quality is just conveniently sized canvases. Some of these standards are just TV standard, looks like. We have just a regular phone size. Then we have a Twitter header, chat stamp, vertical, and I assume the vertical could be for webtoons. We have manga manuscripts for making your own manga. And you could change the DPI at the bottom here, depending on which option you select. And you might as well just leave it at 300 or 350 DPI. But for now, I'm going to use the top option here for custom. I'm going to click OK. All right, to start off, as soon as you open the program, you're going to get a blue window that says, using the brush tool, you can draw lines with one finger stroke. Awesome. You can press OK, and bam, here's the canvas. And I'd like to zoom in, so I'm going to pinch my fingers to zoom in and out, just to give it a test. I think I'm going to leave it right there. And the blue window will continue to pop up until you press the X button, which will close it permanently if you consent to that. I'm just going to draw real quick on the canvas just to give it a test. And wow, it's just instant gratification, folks. It's amazing. I'm actually really impressed with this program. And if you want to undo something, take 2 fingers, tap, tap, tap the screen as many times as possible. And you could also do it on the top left-hand side of the screen too, but you don't have to. At the bottom of the app, you'll have a plethora of options. At the bottom left here, you have your brush and eraser tool. You could switch between eraser or brush. Even when you click onto the brush tool, you'll get even more options. Hi, this is Yoko from the editing room. I'm just letting you know that Sonic is awesome and I like drawing him. And don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, let's get back to it. You have different brush options here. You got a lock on some of them, but you need to watch an ad to unlock them, which you don't really have to. You can create your own custom one. You can go online and download a brush from the Ibis Paint community. And let's just go back to basic and just select any normal brush. You can change the colors with that little square next to the circle. And if you go back to your brushes once more, a window will pop up that says, basically, if you watch an advertisement, you will be able to use some of the paid brushes for free for 18 hours, which honestly, not bad. Once you watch the ad, it'll say reward granted. Click the X here. And now, when you go back to your app, the brushes are all unlocked. Aside from using your fingers to draw horrible Sonic OC art, which I know you all are doing, you can go into your layers property and add more layers. You can also add a folder by clicking the folder option, and you could drag and drop that layer into the folder. You know it's a folder layer when A, it says folder, and B, there's a little icon with a tiny little folder in the layer. You just drag and drop it into the folder and it will basically move a few centimeters to the right, confirming that it's in the folder. I would only use layers if I was making something very complex. All right, and then you can delete those layers if you don't want them. As you can see here, I'm making a quick sketch just to play around with the options, and I notice there's a little bit of lag. The calibration to me isn't that great, so if you press the finger icon at the top, you'll get an option that says Stabilizer. You could drag the little circle to play with these settings, and just give it a test. Get a good feel for what you want. Alright, this section, I'm going to show you how to draw 3 different ways with this program. One with your finger, one with your drawing stylus, and one way with your drawing tablet. If you have a drawing tablet at home, yes, you can use it on your phone, but I'm going to show you how. You're going to need some extra parts with this one, and you obviously can't plug it in this way. I'm going to test what works best with Ibis Paint X, using your finger, the stylus, or the tablet. And in order for me to do this, I'm going to be drawing Josuke from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, but only his head. And I'd want you guys to compare which one's better. All right, let's get this started. All right, right off the bat, I jump in, I start sketching my foundations for Josuke's face, and the more time I spend in this program, the more comfortable I start to feel. I actually had to cut a lot of the footage out. It took me about 7.5 minutes to complete this one, but after adjusting the stabilizer and the calibration, it was actually kind of fun just to draw with your fingers. And I don't think I did a bad job. What do you think? All right, I'm going to draw them again using the stylus. And you get these off of Amazon, Five Below, or the dollar store. And I find them to be useful. I'm going to zoom in like I did last time, put the foundations of Josuke's face in there. And I noticed that it's different than your fingers, and I had a harder time adjusting to this one. I actually had to make way more adjustments than I did with my fingers, but I still managed to get something out there. Alright, time to bring out the drawing tablet, which unfortunately didn't turn out the way I wanted to. So I bring out my Huion tablet, and basically after I plug it in, I bring out my USB to USB-C connector, and you can buy this on Amazon as long as it's USB to USB-C. I plug it in to the end of my phone, and I'm using an Android, so this one works for Android specifically. Whew, oh boy, and here's where the mess begins. After I plug this baby in, I start to test it out as soon as I pick up my stylus, and it's functional. Right off the bat, I notice it's extremely slow. It's not as responsive as if you would use your fingers or the other stylus. So I click OK just to start, and whoa, way off. I'm trying to make a circle, just a simple circle. I turn down the stabilizer. I try to make just something round, and I keep making an oval. It doesn't even match up, and it just goes into a swirl or whatever this devil egg I'm making. Nothing is functioning the best way possible, and it actually surprised me because I've tested this out before on a different phone with a different tablet, and it worked, but it could be the Huion. So I try it again. I just want to give it my all, and I'm so determined to draw Josuke, it's not funny. And as you can see, good lord, just trying to draw a circle of any kind is painful. And mind you, I make adjustments. I undo. I go back, try to use the stabilizer again, and eventually I found only one section of my drawing tablet that actually works well enough on the program. So right, as you can see here, I'm just trying to sculpt out the nose and the eyes, and boy, it took me 15 minutes to even get somewhere with this drawing tablet. I was so shocked. But it doesn't get better from here, folks. That drawing tablet I showed you before, which I borrowed from my friend, is even worse. I was just barely able to draw Josuke here. He doesn't even look like Josuke anymore, but at least I tried. But you'll see the horrors in just a second. This last part had me reaming. So I take out my friend's drawing tablet, plug this baby in, and right off the bat, it's slow. Nothing was working. And then I noticed that I had it backwards. And I was like, okay, let me flip it around. Let me see what's going on. I start to draw again, and nothing's happening. And I can move the mouse, but nothing's happening. I use my fingers to acknowledge the menus, so I try to draw again. Nothing's happening. And I try to draw a square, a triangle, a L, and it's going cuckoo bananas bonkers. I don't know what the heck's going on. I check out some more options, and I figured, let me press the buttons. Let me see what happens. So I press the buttons, and okay, the options at the bottom pop up, and at the top button, oh, and then I started to see something draw. But it was with my finger on the tablet. So I'm so confused at this point, and I couldn't figure out how to do it again. So I ended up clicking with the bottom and drawing with my fingers with the tablet. And so I said, forget it. I'm going to try and draw Josuke again. And this is the horror that I came up with. Drawing with my fingers on a tablet with my fingers on the phone that has better response and calibration. and I stopped. Boy, that was a mess.
Bruh.
Wait a minute.
But honestly, it made me laugh at the end. I had something come out of it, but it wasn't great at all. So if anybody out there tries to use a drawing tablet on your phone by connecting it, maybe try a different tablet. It seems like different tablets work differently. All right, everyone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. I hope these tips were helpful. Check in the description below. I have a free digital art starter kit that lists everything that you need to get started, depending on what you use, whether it be phone or PC or drawing tablet or iPhone. And I hope to see you in the next video. Like and subscribe, and have a wonderful day. Bye!
No, 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 no.